Before doing quadrobics, please follow my stretching methods. This video is also very quick, so I'd also recommend watching Abba's quad shoot as well. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Hello, my name's Yuki, welcome to my quad shoot. Today I'll be going over how to walk, trot, canter and do a small jump. So, first we're going to start off by stretching. I do this quite a lot to help my wrists, and I like circling my arms. I also do some leg holds, but I've already stretched, so I'm completely flexible. You can also do a downward dog and then child's pose. And then do this one. This one's a good one.
Always got your back.
You can do about a minute of each of those because they really help when you're doing quads. So let's start with walking. Walking is quite simple. All you have to do, if you're going on your right arm first, because that's your dominant hand, or your left, all you have to do is lift up the opposite leg like this, and you do that on the other side as well. And as you gradually get used to it, you just start walking and you'll get quicker when you get used to it. Here's a tip though. When you are doing it, try not to arch your back like this. You're causing more stress on your hands and your wrists. And remember to curl your fingers. You don't want your hands getting hurt like mine did. Anyway, after doing quads for about 6 months, I was able to nail walking in the first week. And walking is like the simplest out of all of them. But yeah, make sure to bend your legs, because if you don't, number one, your legs won't get very strong, and number two, it can hurt. Like, I can't imagine just walking around like this. Now we're going to go on trotting. Trotting is quite simple. It took me about 2 months to nail trotting, so it usually takes a while, so don't expect it to go right the first try. Basically, you're going to do the same formation as when you're walking, but what you're going to do is you're going to hop. When you get confident after doing all of this, you start moving with it. And here's another tip. When you're doing it, don't try do this, because you will lose balance very easily. So that's why we always do it like that. If you're always struggling, try look at. If you have any pets, you can try recording trotting and slow it down so you can get your formation correct. And if not, you can look up on YouTube easily. It will come up with tons. When you start doing trotting and you start to move, you're just gonna go like that and go forward. It does help. And here's my trot form now after 6 months. You're gonna make some weird noises while you do it. Okay, now take a breather. Make sure you have some water with you if you're doing it. And if you're going outside, I recommend getting some gloves. And if you don't have gloves and your parents are like really caring for your health, always get some plasters and put them on your knuckles, or like here, and here, because it always helps when you're putting pressure on these bits. Okay, let's go on to cantering. When you're cantering, you kind of go two. So you go forward and you go like that. It's kind of hard to explain, but obviously your hands go like this and then your feet go like that. It's kind of like a bunny pose, you know? Like, if you've ever seen a bunny go like this, you'll understand what I mean. So you will obviously move forward when you do this, so you need an open space. When you do it, you're just gonna... You'll get faster as you go, because if you got a smaller room, it'll be like obviously you'll get across quicker. Like that. So, that's cantering. Remember, this takes a lot of practice, so you won't always get it first try. Now we're going to go on to small jumping. This one requires quite a bit of arm strength. So, you're obviously going to have to do a lot of arm stretches. The one arm stretch that I personally love using is this one. It really helps. Like, it's really like, if you just pull it. You can also do this one, where you like shove your elbow down, and you do that on the other side. So, when you're aiming to do a small jump, this is where it gets a bit crazy. You're gonna want to put your hands down like this because it is a huge temptation, but obviously you can't. So, when you're running up to it, you're obviously gonna go like this. When you want to do a small jump, when you want to do height, you go like that, but usually when it's small, you do that. The form in the middle, it's also quite a pickle to get in. Even I haven't fully nailed this yet. You have to kind of like squish and curl up like this. So it depends on where you put your hands, here or here. Anywhere that's comfortable. I won't recommend looking here because you'll look like a chicken, unless if your stereotypes are chicken. When you do this, you're gonna have to go like that or that. Your like legs have to be bent, and your back has to be sort of straight. It doesn't have to be straight all the time, like when you're walking or trotting. Another tip. Usually I don't buck, but it looks like it. So you're gonna have to get used to doing a half handstand, which pretty much everyone can do. So you're just gonna practice kicking like this quite a bit. Like, trust me, it'll be a ton of help. Like, I didn't do that, which is quite a pain. So if you put all of that together, jumping is trial and error. 1 minute you're gonna get it right, and the next minute you're gonna get it wrong. Don't worry, it's taken me 6 months to nail a small jump, okay? When you want to do it, I would aim for going long first instead of going high. Because when you go long, it won't be painful. Look. Whereas like if you go high, your wrists will hurt more. So you have to get used to all the impact on your wrists. The thing is, when you're doing a small jump, you're gonna have to get used to it. Here's a small jump for me. Like that. So obviously, it's kind of like a leap. Now, things won't always get right. Now, this is the lesson of the video because I've said this so many times, but honestly, if you don't expect it to work at the first time, it's going to be better because you won't get angry at yourself. Now, Quadrobics takes time and it also gives you muscle, which is good because it's a sport. There's going to be tons of trial and error when filming and jumping, so I recommend not going beyond your limits because honestly you could break something easily in your body. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know why I chose to wear black in this, but honestly, it's a mood. Thank you for, I think you're going to follow along with this. I really hope you do. And tell me if you want an extended one when I'm a big YouTuber because I'd be fully up to do that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Bye! Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching, and after this video I have honestly thought how dedicated I've been. This has taken about a week and I'm very glad that if you made it to the end, I'm very glad that you could hear the speech. I'm just gonna say how long this editing took and I'm very happy that it's finally finished. Yet again, thank you so much to all my supporters and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon guys. Bye!